Hey everyone, it's Anna. Welcome back to my channel and thanks so much for visiting. I wanted to come on and share a few things with you. One, to answer a question from a viewer named Jackie. Jackie, thank you so much for your question. She was interested to know how I attached the twine on this card using the single eyelet and having the twine out to the side. She didn't notice that there was a knot, and so I thought I would come on and share more detail about it. So what I did, Jackie, is I just set an eyelet there, and then when I put the twine through the eyelet, I actually looped it, and then when I had the loop out on this side, then I was able to slip the loose ends through that loop and pull it tight. So just like you would if you were attaching string to the top of a tag. If I turned it this way, maybe that would help. So just as if this was a tag, and that was the eyelet of my tag. This one over here, I set 2 eyelets and then I just kind of laced it like you would a shoe and then tied it in a loose knot, just a single knot up here at the top. And because this twine has a little bit of muscle memory, I guess, it allows you to tie it and it'll actually stay without adhering it with any glue or anything like that. So, and you don't have to tie it super bulky either, which is another reason I really like this twine. Just a single half hitch knot right there is sufficient. And I love this twine too because of the memory that it does have. So you're able to actually run your fingernail along the edge of the twine, and it will actually remember the curl that you're giving it. So hopefully that's helpful. I thought I would actually share a little bit more about this twine and some of the projects that I've used it on. So again, it's from the company called Cousin, and it's from their DIY line, I guess, Cousin Corporation of America, made in Romania. And again, I picked this twine up at Walmart. I've been buying it there for years, and I wanted to be sure that I had a new roll here on my desk to show you guys so that you could see the packaging and stuff. And it's looked like this for a long time, and it's always in the beading section down near the floor in the beading section in the craft area. They probably sell it at other places too, but since I find it at Walmart, I always just pick it up there. So, and it's usually about $5, probably closer to $5 a roll. And let's see, there's 300 feet on there. I keep it, when it's not all new like this, I keep it in a jar. This jar is just about empty, which is why I have a new roll here on my desk. So this is all I have left of this roll. I have it tucked in this jar here with a little bit of seam binding that I dyed, and then also some of these really cute little wood shapes that my Aunt Patty had given me in the past. I just had tucked them in there since this jar was mostly empty. And then what I do is I punch a hole in the lid of the canning jar, and I just pull that twine through, and then every time I want a piece of twine, I don't have to open the jar. I just can pull this out and cut off a piece of it. So I love this idea. It keeps it nice and tidy and dust free, and I don't have a ball of twine rolling around on the floor for Oliver to steal. Let me show you some other projects I've done using that twine. Let's see, I've been using it for years and years. And actually, one of the projects I have here to show you, I made in the early 2000s. So I've been using this twine for a really long time. So let's just take a quick look at this mountain of tags here that all have used this twine on them. So I love using it at Christmas time to use as a tie for the tags, just because it's so nice and I don't know, kind of rustic looking, and that's my preferred look for Christmas. So here I've used it on the back of this tag and attached a little bell to the end, and then attached another tag to it. And then here you can see that I've actually threaded it through the button on the candy cane and also through the button on the snowman. And I just love how whimsical and I don't know, cute it looks when it's added to buttons and things like that. So see, I can just run my finger along the edge and it remembers that the curl is there. So this is a die from Impression Obsession. It's one of my snowman dies. And then this tag is from Paper Tray Ink. It's one of their quilted base tags. And then of course the candy cane here is one that I fashioned out of a red and white pipe cleaner that I inked, so it has a more of a rustic look instead of being a bright white. And then, of course, just a little button from my stash. So that's a cute little tag, and I love the addition of the little jingle bell at the end. Here's another way that I've used the twine as well. I actually tied this one in a bow with a jingle bell just around some seam binding that I used at the top of my tag. So it ties really great. It makes really great bows, and there's no adhesive or anything holding that in place. It's literally just the twine itself. So I think it works really great like that. Here's some that I used on the top of a tag, much like I used on that card, where I just slipped a loop through the front of the tag. And then once I had that loop out, I could put the loose ends of the twine back through it and pull it tight. And that's what allows that twine then to stay in place at the top of the tag. And then I also used it through this button as well, and to act as just a little embellishment here. So I think that's so cute. And then this tag is very similar. Oh, also, let's see. This tag is from Impression Obsession. It's one of my everyday tags. And then this little gingerbread cookie is also one of my Impression Obsession dies, as well as this pink stitched sentiment banner. And then this sentiment here is from Jeannie, from one of her recent releases for Impression Obsession. And then, of course, the little gingerbread is the same. And then this is also one of my tags from Impression Obsession. And then this little flagged sentiment banner is one from a different set. And then this is my reindeer mug without the reindeer face, and it comes with whipped cream and some holly and things. And then this one is my Santa mug die without Santa's face. So this was just to kind of illustrate the different size of those two mugs when used without the faces on them. So again, this one just has the twine up here at the top and then through the button. And then the buttons here, I just glue on with hot glue. Here is the twine in black. I don't use it as often, but here's where I used it on a Halloween tag. So again, my favorite color of the twine is the dark brown, but the black does come in handy as well. So that's a cute little thing. And this is from Impression Obsession, also from my Everyday Tags 2, and the monster faces that I did earlier this year. Speaking of the Santa mug, this is the Santa mug with the face added. So I think he's really cute. And here you can see where I used that twine and I sandwiched it between two mug die cuts. So I die cut the mug out twice and I sandwiched the twine in between the two mugs. And that way I didn't have anything to adhere to the back. And when I write my to from information on here, there's no, twine there to get in the way. So there it is out to the side. And then this is my St. Nick die from Impression Obsession, and I used the twine here on the rusty jingle bell. And then I also used it here on the back. I threaded it through a button and then adhered that button. Once I had my loop created, I adhered the back of the button to the back of the tag, and that just gives it a little cute little look on the back instead of just being a knot glued to the back of the tag. This actually is charming. So that's another way to use it. Here's another tag where I've added it to the top just using that slip knot effect. And here you can see, here I'll take it off and show you. This one's kind of fun too. So what I did with this is I actually threaded a button to the end of the twine so that I had a loop. So here's my long loop. And so my button is just threaded here on the end of the twine. And if I want to, I can run my fingers along the twine here too and give those just a little bit of a curl. See, that's really cute. And the button will stay there just because of the twine itself. There's no glue or anything holding it in place. And then once I have my loop, I slip it through the front of the tag. You could also do it through the back, but I prefer the look of it when I slip the loop through the front of the tag. And then once I have that loop through the back, I can just put that button through the loop and pull tight, and then that is what secures it to the top of the tag. So I think that's really super cute. And then I also used that same twine on this button as well. And here are a couple more snowmen that I made using that twine. So this again is my die from Impression Obsession, one of my snowman dies. And I like that it has little hands here that you can place anywhere on the snowman. And so I like that they can actually be holding things. And again, I just used it through this little red button here as well. And these buttons then, once they're threaded with the twine, they are just adhered to the project with hot glue. And then same with this one here. Oh, here you can see on the back side, I threaded the twine through a paper button, just like I did the real button, and then adhered the paper button and the twine to the back of the tag. So that's another one of my dies. It's just a cute little paper button. And then on this one, it's the same thing. I just used it through the button here and then used it on the back of the tag, but this time using a real button on the back instead, and then just hot gluing it once the button was threaded. So that's those. Also, this is two of my dies from Impression Obsession. This is one of my tag dies. It comes with this layering piece that has kind of a crosshatch stitch detail in it. And then this is one of my reindeer dies from Impression Obsession as well. I love this little guy. He's so cute. And he was sprayed with glitter. You can see all the sparkle on there. So adorable. And then a couple other projects I want to share with you where I used this twine are these two. So this one is a garland that I made. And you can see everything's attached to the twine. With hot glue on the back. So this is just a garland I made for the front of our fireplace, and it's just various different die-cut gingerbreads and trees. And the tree paper that I used has this really beautiful gold embossing on it. Here's a gingerbread. Oh, it looks like one of my gingerbread lost his hearts. So all I did was actually add paper to the back of the gingerbread, and that makes the little hearts show red through. This is an old Sizzix die that you can still find on eBay. There's usually quite a few of them listed, and it's very reasonably priced just because there's always so many listed. But I think it's adorable, and there it is there with no stamping or anything on it. So what I did is just adhered the twine to the back of the gingerbread's hands and then to the back of the tree, and I just used hot glue. And then added quite a bit of it just so it was really secure. And some of them, when I hang this on the fireplace, some of them, just because of the way that the cardboard is weighted, some of them were like tipping. So instead of the garland being straight like this across the fireplace, there would be some that were like this. So what I ended up doing, it's like they were top heavy. So what I ended up doing on some of these, you can see, let's see, where is one? Here's one. Like he hung really funny, and so he not only tipped forwards, but he also tipped sideways. So I had to add a little bit of tape here to kind of keep him in place. But then I had to adhere a penny to make him hang straight. So I just glued a penny to the back of his foot, and that made him hang straight with the rest of the garland. This one as well, I had to add a penny just for a little bit of weight. This tree as well tipped forwards, so I added a penny to it. This guy really tipped, and so he got 2 pennies. So now when I hang up this garland, he hangs straight with the rest of them instead of being completely flipped over like this. And I don't necessarily like using money for that purpose, but it was the right weight, and you know, it's affordable, a penny. And I can always pop them off, right? So anyway, this is just a really cute little way to add a little bit of decor to your house using your craft supplies. So that's a cute little thing. And then I also have one more thing to share with you using this twine. This is a random share. This is not something I normally do, crafting, but here is a 12 by 12 scrapbook layout page that I did. And here you can see that twine used on this little button up here. I made this probably in, let's see, I'm trying to think of when I took these photos. Probably 2001. So I made this layout probably in 2004, maybe 2005. And actually it was featured in a scrapbooking magazine as well. So, but anyway, you can see up here at the top, I used that twine through a button. And then I used it through this star button where I added a star embellishment, or this is actually a star button where I've threaded the twine through the post of the button. It has a shank on the back, and so I've threaded it through and then just adhered the star to this die cut star. And this is one of the Sizzix dies as well, old Sizzix dies. It's a layered star, and because that button had a big shank on the back of it, I just punched a hole through the star, and that allowed the shank of that button to go down through the cardstock or the chipboard, and that way the button sits flush on the star. And then here you can also see where I added the twine on this section of the layout and just kind of looped it back and forth here. And then there's another piece here on this tag, and then another one down here at the bottom. So this little boy is it's a photo that I took when I was taking photos professionally, and just a layout that I did using it. But I think it turned out really cute. And even then, even that long ago, I was doing faux stitching with my tracing wheel. There's some on the edge of the photo, and there's some on the edge of the layout itself. There's some down here on the tag. So, and I even did it along this little scalloped edge here. So cute. But anywho, I hope that was helpful, and hope you enjoyed seeing all these little projects using the twine. It has been one of my favorite craft supplies for a very long time. I always make sure that I have at least 1, 2, 3 rolls of it on hand. So I never seem to be without this stuff. So again, just a really fun product to use. So hope it's been helpful. Thank you so much, Jackie, for the question. This allowed me to do a really fun video for you guys. So enjoy the rest of your day. Thanks for watching. Bye.